What's up, everybody? This is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. I had to do this quick one because I left the bookstore earlier and did a bunch of other stuff. But I gotta tell you, Americans don't chase money or opportunity anymore. And everybody's gonna say, no, Erica, everybody's chasing money, everybody's hustling. No, they're not. No, they're not. I've been in some work situations and environments where, people will look me dead in the face and say, man, I gotta apply for food stamps, or I gotta do this other thing, because I just can't afford to live off this one job. And you ask them, hey man, how many hours a week are you working? About 20 hours. You're working 20 hours a week, and why don't you go get a second job or a third job or whatever? And the first thing out of people's mouth on Facebook is like, if you're working 2 and 3 jobs, you ain't hustling, you're slaving. That's the problem. People are broke trying to floss. You're broke. You need to hustle. You need to work. You're broke. So like, if you're considering food stamps, if you're considering emergency housing, if you're considering any of these things, like, you're broke, dude. You're broke. Like, call it what you want. You're broke. Okay. So sorry, 2 cameras here. But look, here's the 4 points: hard work, quitters, working multiple jobs, and thinking. Okay. So the first one is hard work. So listen, the story of Forever 21 is the guy and his wife come to America. They moved to Los Angeles, which is the most expensive city, even in 1984 it was for them. And he's working 3 jobs. She's working 2 jobs. So third year, not one first year, not second year, third year in America, hustling like they're crazy, working all those jobs like you would say, people say a slave. They open a store and make $700,000 in profits that year. Now you could say, well, Erica, they came from Korea and they knew the factory where they could get the fabrics from, and they did all these and did all that. Yes, all those things are true, but they still had to come to America. They still had to work 3 jobs for him, 2 jobs for her, and still put all the money in to buy the place and actually open the store. Hard work, hard work. If and people say this is cultural, but it's true. If Hector or Julio says, hey, I'm going to go start a painting company, I'm going to go start a lawn care company, I'm going to start landscaping, everybody's like, woo, Julio, woo, Hector, good job. Like, you're creating jobs for your kids and the future for yourself and your wife. This is great. Black people, sometimes white people, and other races are like, oh, why are you doing that? Go get a job. Instead of seeing that teamwork makes the dream work, and if we push together in this stream, that we could have a bunch of marketing we put out in 1 month and get a lot of money back. All right. And I've actually personally seen this where people put out 300 bandit signs in my old town in Fayetteville, and we're killing it. We're making a ton of dollars. But you got to have that teamwork. It's hard for one person by themselves to put out 300 signs, right? So teamwork makes the dream work. 2, quitters, quitting. People are looking for microwave results if they're in America. For some reason, they're thinking it's going to happen in 30 days. If something doesn't happen in 30 days, I'm out, man. And people will get refunds from courses and return books to Barnes & Nobles and do all these things because something didn't happen in 30 days. Sorry, Rome wasn't built in a night. The Ark wasn't built in a night. These things take time. And for some reason, people think they're going to get on YouTube or get on Instagram or all these places and just blow up overnight. That's just not true. A lot of these things aren't as free as they used to be, right? So now free, doing it for the other camera, it's not as free as it used to be. Like, a lot of people that you see on YouTube and Instagram that are blowing up, they are paying for Facebook ads. They're paying for YouTube ads. They're paying for all kind of ads, right? They're putting $2,000 to $5,000 a month into ads. And that blows up the traction of the channel, and then they can lay off the gas. But a lot of people, if you go inside these forums, if you go inside these groups and you pay to be a part of these groups where people who you see on the ads talking about their business, they are paying $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Now, again, I always talk about money versus time. I talk about Mr. Six Pack Abs, right? I've met him several times here in Austin, right? Nice guy. He spent $7 to $50 a day at the beginning, and then of course went up from there. So a lot of people think, oh, these things just blow up overnight, and they don't. They take a long time. I always talk about Elliot Huss, who it took him 5 years. Was it 5 years? Yeah, it was close to the 4 or 5 year mark, like where he's just doing YouTube videos every single day. Then finally it blows up. It like, and he makes, millions of dollars. Strength Camp sells stuff, millions of views for Strength Camp, millions of views for Yo Elliott, millions of views for this. People coming down. He actually can put on a conference. There's just, and it was called Non-Jobs Conference if you're looking for it. There is a hustle factor when you want to do things for free. Now, are there people I see right now with like 6 months and a year and 2 years? Like they started their YouTube channel like 2 years ago and now they're just blowing up with millions of views? Of course, they're hot topics, they're relationships, dating, political. You know, Donald Trump has been a boomer for a lot of people's YouTube channels. And they talking about things that are on fire, right? Guns, you name it, fitness. These things are popular. So again, it's a business if you treat it like a business, and a lot of times people quit. They quit in 30 days. They quit sales jobs. They quit real estate. They quit stuff. Like, dude, I've been in and out of the real estate industry for freaking 6 years. Whether I'm in apartments, whether I got my real estate license, whether I was a manager at a complex in Georgetown, whether I was doing this or doing that. Like, I've been in and out of it, and just yesterday recommitted myself to be in it again. Like my ultimate goal is to own apartment units. So if that starts with just a small $35,000 house in North Carolina where my family is and renting it out, and then going to the next level, and then going to the duplex, and then going to the fourplex, and then going to the 12 unit in Dallas or somewhere, that's what it takes. So quitting in 30 days because you're not a multimillionaire is ridiculous. You know, even there's a really great guy, Devin, buys houses in Nashville, Tennessee. Go check him out. He's 23 and he's done like maybe 52 deals. Maybe he's on 70 deals now. But the key of it is he put out $2,000-$3,000 in mailing every single month. He's calling people. He's meeting people. He's going to see builders. He's going to see people. He didn't quit after 30 days because it didn't pop off in 30 days. But once you get the snowball rolling, it's rolling, right? So chase the money, chase the opportunity. Now, another one, working multiple jobs. Now, I just went on Craigslist here in Austin, Texas. I will tell you again, Austin, Texas, 28,000 jobs available. Are they always jobs everybody wants? No. There is one company offering how to become an independent cleaning company there. There's another one for shuttle services at our airport. If you know anything about Austin Airport, it is slamming busy, slamming. And they have a company offering 0% down, no money down, no credit check for you to get a shuttle van, because that's people are making $80,000 to $100,000 a year shuttling people from the airport to their hotels and to different places. And you'll be technically an independent contractor with these hotels and with these different people and get paid various ways, right? Even there's shuttle businesses who go back and forth to Fredericksburg wineries here in, drive people from Austin, from their work, from Samsung, from group locations, and drive down a whole van of people to Fredericksburg's wineries. And making good money, making really good money. Now, what's the deal here? Somebody's going to say immediately in the comments, where God, I don't want to drive all day. Eric, I ain't got time to be driving people from the airport. Well, if I could do that, I might as well be an Uber driver. No, this is different. You own your own shuttle van. You are the commander of your ship and you lead it. Somebody will still complain that that's not good enough. Truck driving, I don't want to do that. Short range truck driving, I don't want to do that. Everybody's not going to sit at a desk and make $80,000 a year. 80% of our economy is service. So you cannot get around not serving someone. You will be serving someone. Who? Is it going to be real estate? Is it going to be transportation? Is it going to be in the hospitals? At some point, you have to get over the fact that you will have to serve someone. Period. It's service industry, service related. Okay. Number 4, thinking. I can't remember if it's Abraham Lincoln or who said it. Rockefeller. The hardest thing a man will do is think. It's the hardest thing he'll ever do is think. If you have to sit down and really think about your strengths, really think about your weaknesses, really think about what you're good at, what you're talented at, what you can pursue, the timelines of what you can pursue, how will you get there, what is your methods of getting there, how do you make an impact for your life. I mean, it's easy to sit around and go, why is this happening to me? Why do I never get a break? Why am I not getting what I want? And that's a whining. That's what it is a pure tea whine. And I get it. Sometimes we want to whine. Sometimes life sucks. Sometimes life hurts and we want to whine. I get that. But we have to switch and ask ourselves better questions. What can I do to improve this situation? What can I do to go further? What can I do to alleviate this problem in the future, right? Is it more savings? Is it more investments? Is it more rental properties? Is it I need to in this year buy 4 or 5 rental properties? And don't say it's not possible, because we see it every day. It is totally possible. I remember commenting in a forum about people don't know they can get $50,000 to $7,000 in business credit cards in the first year. They just don't know, because this and that. And this guy's like, who doesn't know that? And I want to go, people don't know that. If people knew that, we'd have a lot more people who, have always had this business ideal. They never took off and did it because they never had the money. That's their excuse. And it is an excuse. I get it. You're going to say, where could that's an excuse? They can find out. True. But of course, that would require thinking. Require a lot of thinking. So why Americans don't chase money or opportunity anymore? Because it's not glamorous. If it's not glamour, if it's not showy, if it's not the laptop lifestyle traveling around the world, if it's not, if it's not, just being, interviewed by Ty Lopez, if it's not fancy, they don't like it. Now, the guy that owns the corner store, the guy that owns the plumbing company, the guy that owns the sewer, company or the porta potty company, they're still going to make a lot of money because they're doing stuff people don't want to do. So again, there's a reason why immigrants are 6 times more likely to become millionaires in America. There's a reason foreign-born blacks, darker and have a different accent than the blacks here, make 30% on annual income than actual born U.S. blacks. Now you can say the schools, the education system, but at the end of the day, in your house is what happens. What are you making your children read? What are you making your children do? Do you have insurance? Every year we talk about African Americans have $1.1 trillion in spending income. Keyword, what are you spending the money on? Okay, if you're not spending on books, if you're not spending in life insurance, and listen, trust me, every single day of the week, I will see on GoFundMe someone who has a Cadillac. I even know right now in North Carolina, a girl, she's got a Cadillac. Her mama's got a Cadillac. Her daddy was a veteran. He's injured. They don't even have money to buy the dad supplies, but they're driving Cadillacs. You can't even afford to buy your daddy Depends in his disabled state, but you're all driving brand new, not old, 2015 Cadillacs. The mismanagement there is outrageous. That's mismanagement, dude. So listen, I know you're going to say, Erica, but everybody doesn't earn $100,000 or $80,000. That's true. But we've already seen articles where almost 6 to 20% of people earning $100,000 a year, they still ain't got no savings either. So it's a management problem. It's not a savings problem. It's not a high income problem all the time. It's a, what are we doing with the money problem? So anyway, everybody, this is Erica, Classy Climb Blog. Listen, if you see opportunities that you want to pursue or chase, and it might take you some time to make it work or make money for you, don't give up on them. Think long and hard, but don't give up on them. This is Erica, Classy Climb Blog. Again, if you guys want to reach me, talk to me, reach down below. I put the links up for you to talk to me. I love working with my clients. I love making sure we can get you a house or rental properties or business credit for your future. You guys have a great day.